So, what's up, Pisces? You guys come on in. Let's talk about your love readings for the month of July. I already have your pre-shuffle here. It's going to be very general. So take what applies and leave the rest. Okay, but I'm so ready to get into this. But first and foremost, there has been some changes to the channel. So if you're one of my babes, one of my subscribers, much love and support to you guys. Thank y'all so much for showing me love and showing me support. I appreciate you guys subscribing to the channel. I love the fact that y'all are here, for real. So thank you. And if you're new here, then welcome. I am your girl, Sai. And let's go ahead and get into this reading. But as I was saying, things have changed. I'm going to be only now posting monthlies. So each month, all 12 signs will get their own separate reading, general reading, to just see what's the theme of that month, what's happening. And then I will come back with a love reading for singles and a love reading for couples. Now, I had to cut the readings, Pisces, down because the weeklies were kind of getting repetitive. You know, to be quite honest, when you are going through things in life, especially major shifts, it's not going to be much difference from one week to the next, other than maybe your mood, how you're seeing something, your perspective of a situation. And then every now and then there's a move made. Okay, every now and then. But I feel like we'll be able to, in between the readings, catch up on that. I'm also going to be including some collectives. But I have launched S2H, The Porch. It is my podcast. It is the safe space for you to come and we can talk about all of these things that come up in these readings. Or we can just talk about life in general. Anything that comes to our hearts and minds that we want to discuss. But the point is to create a safe space, to create a community of real ones just trying to, get through their lives and continue to elevate, continue to feel supported, okay, continuing to push forward and be the best versions of themselves, okay. But it won't be any shade, it won't be any tea, it won't be any judgment. Well, it might be some tea, but it ain't gonna be too much shade, and definitely no judgment. So make sure y'all are tuning in. It will be premiering tomorrow, the very first. And by the time y'all see this video, it'll probably already be up. So if you haven't checked it out, then go over and check out the very first episode of S2H podcast. And also check out my Patreon too, because I'm going to be posting a lot of behind the scenes. We're going to be having more group discussions over there. Come and sit on the porch with me because we're going to chop it up. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this reading because Pisces, it's very fast what's happening. I'm going to just give it to you straight and then we're going to get into some tea. For the month of July, I see that there is somebody that you either have on your mind. Maybe you already know this person, or maybe this is someone that is getting ready to come about. But I know that you are very attracted to them. I know that you desire to want to connect with them. And I'm gonna get to the side note in a minute because I was picking up on a very specific storyline. But what it boils down to for the general message is you guys see somebody, you want them, y'all trying to make something happen. Maybe you do, but it's almost like you made a deal with the devil. And I feel like you're gonna realize this very fast. You knew this ahead of time too. You went against your own judgment to engage with this person or engage in this connection of some sort. You went against your own judgment, and I feel like you paid for it. But you do realize really quickly, and you damn sure keep it moving. Like on to the next. I'm gonna leave that where it's at. I'm gonna make peace with the situation, and I'm gonna just move on. That's the storyline right there in 45 seconds. All right, so let's go ahead and dive a little bit into it though. The Ace of Swords here is why I definitely know that you guys are going to find out the truth about a person you already dealing with or someone new. You're going to see them for who they are. And who is this person? I'm going to be honest. Whether it's a male or a female, this is somebody I feel like who is a whore. I'm not going to hold you over here. This is somebody who gets around. Now, this person is probably married. Most likely. But even if she isn't, this is a very promiscuous woman. This is someone who is non-committal. This is someone, who definitely deals in third-party situations, quite frankly. So this could be a pattern, whether it's a pattern between you guys or a pattern between just something she does. And like I said, it doesn't have to be a she, but I don't know, I'm just quite naturally saying she. So take it how it resonates for you. But with this King of Pentacles on the bottom, you definitely realize your worth. And I feel like you definitely want someone who is more committal, someone who's more stable, someone who's ready to settle down. So even though you guys are single, it's giving me this energy, Pisces, I'm not gonna lie, it's giving me this energy that you guys are already out here single, dating, mingling. So even though you are single, you mingling, and either you have been casually dating someone that you came across that you wanted to build with, and maybe y'all in the process of building now, or either this person, like I said, this comes later, okay? But either way it goes, you are this King of Pentacles. You are ready to settle down. You're ready for the real thing, whether you're a male or female. You're ready to be, like, stable. and get to the providing and get to stacking some money and doing what needs to be done to, you know, I want to say generational wealth, create generational wealth here. But whoever this person is that you had in mind, they're non-committal, and I'm gonna just leave it there. Now it could be a Leo, it could be an Aries, it could be a Capricorn, a Taurus, a Virgo, but it doesn't have to be. Just throwing out some signs. Now, as I said in the past, and this is kind of why I'm feeling like you already know this person, or you already are some sort of way. If you're not dating them, y'all doing something together. Because when you look at them, you see them like this, like they look very appetizing. But they are the devil. And we got more Capricorn energy. So you seeing this person for who they are. You know who they are. You know that they ain't quite right. Whether it's because they show you or because you can feel it. Because y'all are intuitive. But you already know what it is. But you go against your judgment when it came to this person. You thought about it, you contemplated on it, and you was like, well, I'm going to do it anyway. You took a chance. Yeah, and maybe there was a lot of judgment coming towards you. Outside people saying, you know, no, Pisces, you shouldn't. Either way it goes, you weren't focusing on the right thing when it came to this personal connection. That was kind of like a blind side. All right. But currently, we got the 7 of Cups. So you are in your energy, Pisces. This is your energy, but it's that fantasy, it's that illusion, it's that life is good type of energy. So y'all up here right now, like I said earlier, and some of y'all are right in the process. You already engaging and dealing with this person. And everything looks good, it feels good, it seems good. And you feeling like, yes, this is the one, this is the person. Some of y'all ready to get married. We got the hyphen on the bottom. Like I said earlier, y'all are the commitment type. Y'all are, whoever this is for, and it's not going to be for all the Pisces, because there's probably a Pisces saying, I've been single a long time and I ain't trying to mingle. Or I don't ever want to get married. So take it as it applies for you. But this is someone who is definitely ready to get serious and commit here. Sign the papers, but not for divorce, but for marriage. Okay? But it makes me feel like somebody is whipped. Because the Ace of Wands is that first step of action. And so it definitely can be the energy where somebody is just, you know, we get down. The rod, the staff. We get down. And so I feel like somebody may be whipped over the sexual connection. Maybe, you know, the sex is really good. And like, yeah, I'm about to put a ring on it. But up next is the Chariot. And this is Cancer energy, so a Cancer could be significant. A Taurus could be significant as well, if I didn't say that. And I think Scorpio, if I didn't say that. But either way it goes, you're going to be moving forward here. You're going to keep it pushing. You're going to get back out here. You're going to make your peace with something. And I feel like you were kind of indecisive at first. I don't know if I should continue to deal with this person. I don't know if they are the right person. You start second guessing the situation anyway. And the 6 and 2 of Swords is 8 of Swords. 8 of Swords is where somebody doesn't, they got a hit in the sand. They don't want to see the reality of the situation. They don't want to face the truth. So y'all are kind of like in denial here. But I feel like, you know, at some point you're going to face the truth. And that's when y'all going to keep it moving. Okay. Now this person is the Emperor here. Could be an Aries. This person could be very rich. They could have their own business. This is giving boss, CEO type of energy. But even if it's not, I just see that you guys are standing in your power and you're going to make peace with the situation and you are going to move forward. Because at the end of the day, it's going to be more than, you know, it's going to be weighing on you pretty heavy, and it's really going to be, how am I trying to say it? It's going to be more than what it's worth. Okay, a lot of worry and a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress about a person, over a person or a connection. I think I'll just like, you know what? You finally face the fact that this energy between you guys or this person in general is toxic, and you're gonna keep it moving, which is gonna put you back in your power. So yeah, it's giving Pisces 0 to 100 back to 0 real fast. Okay, now let's get some tea. All right, let's get some tea. Let's see what's happening. What's going on with Pisces singles for July? Okay, too many. I am seeing foresight, because I said y'all already knew. Y'all already knew this was coming. Some way, somehow, we got denial coming out in reverse. I had to make sure my cards were not in reverse. Denial in reverse. Yep. Contradicting, refusal, dismissal, not facing reality. Because you guys weren't. Y'all were trying to go against your better judgment. But you coming up out of that this month. That's why that denial is in reverse. And on the bottom is gossip. So maybe you hear something about this person Maybe the gossip is too much. It says spreading rumors, petty conversations, smearing your image, making you the fool. So because you're dealing with this person, people could be talking about you. Or maybe the person you dealing with, maybe they talking about you. Maybe they just ain't shit. What else for Pisces for July, please and thank you? What's happening? Pursuit. And it made sure it flipped out in reverse. Did y'all see it? Probably not, because I got the camera kind of high. But it says chasing, persistence, hunting down, and resilient. And it's in reverse. So that means the chase is over. On the bottom, we do have influences. I'm telling you, people are talking about this connection, or they talking about this person, or either they talking about you. And they telling you at the same time. No, Pisces. Right. It says others involved, third parties, intervention, manipulation. Yeah. Family here we're observing. So your family could be getting in between this connection. They letting you know what's going on. Or somebody that you're dealing with could have a family. And I know y'all single, but you could still be mingling. And that's what it feels like. This is somebody you dating. What else for Pisces this month, please and thank you? One more for Pisces, please and thank you. All y'all cards flipping in reverse. It says foresight in reverse, and on the bottom it has reflection. Foresight says it's in the future, a few days, 2 weeks, a few months, direction forward, and it's in reverse. So you guys are in this right now. Y'all in the energy. Y'all don't want to see it for what it is, but you're not going to have any other choice after a while but to choose to move forward. You may get confused about it. You may not be sure what to do. We got reflection on the bottom. It says dark night of the soul, dark shadow, facing your inner truth, seeing the true colors. So once you see things for what they are, the person for who they are, the situation for what it is, that's when you're going to be able to decide or know that you have to decide. Look at that finality on the bottom, because that's what it's going to lead to, moving. Yep. So somebody may be moving away. Somebody may be like relocating physically, but it looks like somebody's moving on with their life, and this is you. Okay. I don't even have to clarify anything else at all. Let's see what we'll get though. For gossip in denial in reverse, what's happening? Lack, doubts, truth and expression. Lack, doubt, truth and expression. Now let me say this to address, because I definitely picked up on a main general storyline here that carried the whole reading. But if you are single and you haven't dated anybody for a while, Pisces, I feel like you are just letting the past stand in your way. So when you decide to get back out here and to not judge your future and your future connections, your possible connections based off of the experiences you had in the past, when you truly heal, when you truly see yourself for who you are, facing the inner truth, and make peace with it, then you will be able to make your moves here with somebody. I just want to say that because I don't want y'all to feel left out. But I am seeing lack and doubts here, truth and expression on the bottom. So because the truth comes out, that's why you can no longer be in denial about it, because the truth is going to come out. Probably about this masculine here. I feel like I'm speaking to a feminine. Yeah. So we have pursuit in reverse with influences. Why? Give me something on this. Okay, freedom, leap, Uranus, and opportunities on the bottoms, closed off, guarded, and resistance. So somebody's not going to, like I said, it's right here. It's just doubling down on the information. Someone is not going to take this leap of faith. Somebody's not going to go towards someone here. And somebody's not going to be able to come towards you. It says closed off, guarded, and resistance. So somebody's going to get their freedom because somebody's going to stop chasing. Okay. All right. Now what's happening here with reflection and foresight in reverse? What's happening, please and thank you? Separation and longing on the bottom is healing an inner child. Yeah. Because somebody has to deal with their own shit. Somebody has to deal with their own shit. Somebody still has some healing to do. Somebody still has some inner childhood wounds and traumas to heal from. And so I feel like that's why this person is possibly toxic. And you have to just accept them for who they are. Accept it for what it is. and move on. Okay? Because you have a greater purpose. Yes, you have a greater purpose. And that could be anything, but it looks like there's somebody else meant for you. I'm going to say that. Okay. Let's get some spiritual advice for Pisces single. Love life, what do they need to know? Somewhere up in there. What does Pisces need to know? Single Pisces, please and thank you. It says keep the door open. Exactly. For somebody else. It says don't be so focused on a closed door that you don't see the ones which open for you. And that also even resonates for the singles who haven't been in a relationship or connection in a while, who's not even dating. On the bottom it says reaching your goal. So if you want to reach your goal, Pisces, keep the door open. It says everything you want from this connection will manifest in the near future. So if you're not getting it from this connection, it looks like you'll be getting it from another connection. Keep the door open. You'll be reaching your goal soon. Well, that is so sweet. Now let's see. Let's get some tea on real quick, because I did this for the other signs. What's happening here? Who do we be talking about? And take it as it resonates. This would be the person you're moving on from. Okay, all my cards in reverse or what? No. It says red, sandy, orange hair. So it looks like you're going to be turning down the person who has red, sandy, orange hair. This could be extensions. This could be real hair. Take it as it applies. Something else on this person. This is a deck I created. It's just all 12 of the zodiacs with a few descriptions. Okay, we got a new person coming in, and it says it could be a Scorpio. The new person could be a Scorpio. Pisces, that would be right now y'all alley. Y'all are very compatible with Scorpios. The ex-lover is coming out in reverse. Okay. So some of you could have been with an older woman, or something here about an older woman. And this says a senior, 65 and up. So take that as it applies. But I feel like this is the, this is like somebody's mom. Maybe this is the mother of the ex. Give me something on this new person. Anything on this new person? We got Aries coming out. And on the bottom we have co-worker. And both of these are in the same color. Okay? So it could be a Aries, it could be a Scorpio, because both of those were in red. It could be someone you work with, but it is a new person that is coming in. And I like that. Yeah. Alright, well that's what we got going on for you, Pisces. So yeah, go ahead and handle your business. Wrap it up. Have y'all seen that movie Pootie Tang? No, it's not Pootie Tang. It's Dave Chappelle. I don't know why I said Pootie Tang, but it's Dave Chappelle. And there's a episode where he's, you know, it's different scenarios playing out, but he has this wrap it up radio. He sits on the table, and it's this one particular, as I was saying real quick, it's this one particular segment of this episode, and he's on a date with somebody, and she's just talking and talking, and he's so damn bored and so ready to go. He's uninterested, yeah, quite frankly, and so he just sits the radio on the table. Wrap it up. That's what I'm doing to you. Wrap the shit up, okay? It's somebody else for you. All right, my loves. That's what I got for you. I hope it resonated for you. And if it didn't, leave it right here where it's at. Don't be causing problems where there aren't any problems. Thank y'all for watching, Pisces. Have a good love month, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.